All right, so this weekend is UFC 303, the main event, Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka. I'm going to give my breakdown for it. Let me know who you think is going to win that fight down in the comments. And while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. But also, we hit 170 subs, which is crazy. I genuinely appreciate it. But anyway, I'll get into the breakdown quickly because, bro, I'm not even sure who to pick, if I'm being honest, bro. I feel like it's way more equal than last time. Pereira has a broken toe. We don't know how much that's going to actually affect his striking. Obviously, I might be wrong, but I think he had a broken toe in 300, but I'm pretty sure it's just now this is a different thing. But he has a broken toe going into this fight. You know, Conor McGregor pulled out because of that injury, and then now Pereira's replacing him, which is pretty funny. But I like, who knows how much that is going to affect him in the kicking. Obviously, it might affect his balance. Jiri Prochazka, he doesn't have to cut a lot of weight. Pereira, oh yeah, this is short notice. Pereira has to cut a lot of weight to get to 205. We don't know how his chin is going to be. Prozchazka, he barely cuts weight. He said he could make middleweight if he wanted to. Who knows how that's going to go. But I'm going to talk about the striking first. I'll get into the grappling later because the striking, we kind of saw it all in their first fight. Alex Pereira's leg kicks is a huge problem for Jiri. He just couldn't check them. He couldn't even check them against Rakic, but he was fine. That finish was insane. Every time I see it, I'm just like, like, what is going on, bro? He just he, he doesn't even check leg kicks. His mentality is just that crazy, and his chin is crazy. I just think his chin is gonna be so strong in this fight. I think it's gonna be a huge factor to why the striking is gonna be a bit closer. But we saw it all. The start them. Clearly Alex Pereira has a huge advantage on the feet. So yeah, I think the leg kicks are going to be an issue. I think obviously the left hand, that's going to be an issue again. Hopefully Jiri doesn't get caught with that again, because obviously the first fight was an early stoppage. Because even if you watch it back, like the left hand, he got caught with it. He got up, like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't fully unconscious yet, which is crazy to say, but it's different when it comes to Jiri because, bro, this guy he got knocked out in the Dominic Reyes fight and then came back and he was fine. Like, I think he probably would have came back in the Alex Pereira fight if it had went on for another 5 seconds. But yeah, that's really it for the striking. I don't think there's too much to talk about except Yuri's chin and then Alex Pereira's leg kicks. Like, that's really it. I think Jiri will be a lot more tougher in this fight, though. Obviously, like I said, because of the weight cut, Jiri does barely cuts weight, and Alex Pereira cuts a lot of weight. So who knows? But I want to talk about the grappling because I think that this is like the biggest factor when it goes into this fight. Because, bro, if there wasn't wrestling, Alex would probably just chin Jiri in the first round. I'm not gonna lie, Jiri, he did okay on the feet, but obviously his leg kicks were getting to him. He was getting outboxed, and then on top of that, when he got caught, he was coming in with a flurry of punches that landed really well on Alex Pereira. So maybe if he gets him with that again and actually does damage, because obviously Pereira he was hurt, but he wasn't that hurt. He still managed to catch him with the left hand, but the grappling did play a huge part in the first match. It was kind of like, if he didn't get chinned, he might have won because, I believe he won the second round. I might be wrong. But he was kind of holding on to Alex Pereira. He was doing a good job, so yeah. And people glaze Alex Pereira's defensive wrestling so much. Bro, he's not a good defensive wrestler, bro. At least he's not good on his back, bro. You can't say he is because he has no ground game. His ground game is to hold you and wait to be stood up, which, honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie, no one's gonna agree with this, but bro, this is just, I think you should get a point takeaway if you do that, honestly, bro. Obviously, Alex Pereira does it a bit differently, but he doesn't even try and stand up, bro. There's like no attempt. There's no attempt to stand up. There's no like fight. You're basically, when you're holding a guy while he's trying to grapple, you're basically just stalling a fight. I think you should get a point taken away. I'm not gonna lie, bro, because that's just ridiculous. I don't know how you can just sit there and stall a fight and it's just fine. Like, I feel like you'd get a point taken away if you just walked around the octagon and ran away from your opponent for like the whole round. Like, I just don't know why it's not the same on the ground. I think it's just ridiculous to do that, but still, it works. So it is what it is. So Alex Pereira, he kind of just holds people on the ground, and he's just gonna do the same to Jiri. I don't think he's gonna try and even sub him. I don't even think he's gonna try and get up. So, I think if Jiri can make something work on the ground, maybe he can pass guard. Who knows what you can do from there? Because obviously, Alex Pereira's guard, he will keep you there, and he just will do nothing else. Like, but I don't know. Hopefully Yuri's also like worked on checking leg kicks as well. But yeah, I think the grappling, I think it's gonna be Yuri's obviously gonna have the edge, like, bro, because Alex Pereira has no ground game. Like there's absolutely like nothing on the ground, bro. This guy just goes to the ground, holds you and waits. So like it's I don't know. I don't think Alex Pereira is going to be able to do much on the ground. Obviously, he got his black belt in jiu-jitsu by knocking out Jamal Hill. That was a crazy sub. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder when Charles Oliveira he's gonna pull one of those off. But yeah, that was a crazy one. That left hand is actually the greatest submission of all time. He absolutely deserved that black belt, by the way. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. With this one, it's kind of hard to predict with like the actual fight styles because they they clash so much. Like Yuri's just so like weird. He has such a weird fighting style. Alex Pereira, people don't talk about how weird his fighting style is too. Like this guy has absolutely zero wrestling and still just chins everybody. This guy hasn't even like no one has even tried to wrestle him yet because of how crazy his aura is, bro. His aura is so crazy. No one even wants to try and like wrestle with him because they're just terrified. Except Yuri. Yuri did that. Jan did that, but Jan failed. Yuri failed. So who knows? I think um this will be a closer fight than the first one. I already said that, but bro, this for what I think is gonna happen, I think this is gonna be an absolute war, bro. I don't. Herb Dean is the ref. It's not Mark Goddard, the worst ref of all time. Herb Dean is the ref. I don't think this is gonna get stopped until one of them dies, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think this fight is probably going to be. It's gonna go one or two ways. I think either Alex Pereira he knocks out Yuri in the fourth. I think either one of them. I think they're both gonna win in the fourth and fifth round. I think one of them is gonna be tired, gonna make a mistake, and they just catch each other with something. I think if Pereira wins, it's gonna be like a fourth or fifth round TKO, kind of similar to the way he knocked out Adesanya in the first fight. And I think if Prozchazka wins, I think it's gonna be similar to the way he knocked subbed Glover. I think the way Yuri can win this is if he catches Alex Pereira with something after a short notice weight cut. He catches Pereira, he gets knocked down, and he just happens to get the sub. They're both tired. I think that's what's gonna happen. But I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards Pereira just because like Perez actually he's on a goated run right now. He actually seems unstoppable. But yeah. Although he might be at a disadvantage, Poliana Viana isn't in it. I didn't see any videos of them together, so who knows? Oh yeah, no, Alex Pereira met Bedtime MMA. Never mind, bro. So who knows? He's basically saved. That's the same thing. But what else was I gonna say? I don't think any fights got announced. I know they announced the Sphere and then Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. I don't know why that's in the Apex, but then bloody Macy, no, not Macy Barber, Tracy Cortez and Rose Namajunas, that's in like in front of a crowd. I don't know who decided that, but Sean Brady's boring, bro. Sean Brady's boring. Gilbert Burns, this guy's all his best wins are losses, bro. People glaze him for losing to Chimaev, losing to Usman. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know who'll win that, but I'm gonna probably. I think it should be Gilbert Burns, but I think Sean Brady will somehow pull it off. But yeah, this UFC 303 card is actually stacked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know Jean Silva versus Charles Jourdain was on this card until just now. That's a crazy fight. But yeah, I just want to say, shout out Houdini MMA. He just started a YouTube channel recently. He's a huge Instagram page. An MMA Instagram page. His page is really funny. So go check him out. It's still Houdini MMA on YouTube. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. All right.